Okay, hello everybody. Happy New Year to all of you. Welcome to this Verbling class. We're going to be discussing an interesting topic about the internet today, using an article. And basically the topic is it possible to actually still have a private life and yet also be connected to the internet? We all use the internet for so many different things these days. Um, is it still possible to have privacy, or is it necessary? And what is privacy exactly? Do you belong to social media networks? Do you just use the internet for Google searches? And do you mind that Google keeps your information and cookies track who you are and show you ads that are relevant to you and try to get you to buy things? It's an interesting topic. I think it really does affect everybody at the moment, and we're going to be discussing that today. So do come along in and join us. Let me just go through a little bit of administration. For those of you who haven't been to Verbling before, or perhaps just haven't checked these pages out before, I'm just going to put 2 pages onto the chat box that you can access in your free time to keep in touch with the teachers and students at Verbling and to stay on track with your English learning for 2015. So there's my Facebook page, and the teachers have both pages that I've posted here, so you're welcome to look at mine and other teachers. You can like me on Facebook and receive just my updates about English teaching and Verbling. And if you want some more information, then you can go ahead to my Verbling teacher page, where you'll find info about my schedule, including classes and private tutoring sessions. Classes is what we're doing right now, and private tutoring sessions is when you'd like to have a one-on-one session with a teacher. You can also write to us if you have any questions about anything. Then get in touch with one of the teachers. And what's the other thing that I'm supposed to be saying? Oh, if you'd like to find out more about one of the teachers, so who we are and where we're from and what languages we speak and our experience and all that kind of thing, then the teacher pages will also tell you. There is the opportunity to watch some of our videos on there too, so if you're wondering what a teacher's like, it's quite cool to watch a video, and it gives you an idea of what kind of things they do in their classes and who they are. So if you do have a spare moment, go and check those pages out. But for now, we're going to be saying hello and finding out the students that are joining us today for this discussion on the internet. So I'm going to say firstly hello to Adela. Hello, Adela.
Hello, Amy.
How are you?
Fine, thanks. And
Happy
you?
New Year.
Yes, same for you.
All right.
Yes, I hope
You hope.
yes, was will be same was the 2014, 2014.
2014 is
Or
correct.
2014, yes,
Yeah.
2014. Yes.
You can also say 2014 if you prefer.
Yeah.
All right, so Adela, you hope it was like last year. Did you have a particularly good year last year?
No, exactly, but it was good. No problems, no healthy problems, no family problems. Same for the next year, for this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any big, exciting plans for this year, Adela? 2015. What does it hold for you?
No, it's to live without problems. I think it's good for me. No, exactly any big plan.
Okay, all right. To live without problems sounds great. Welcome.
Yes,
Lovely to see you.
thank you.
Who else do we have here? Dimitri, hello. Have I said your name wrong, maybe? No? Maybe. Hello, are you there, Dimitri? Oop, I can't hear you. Okay, have a try seeing if you can get your connection to work or your microphone, and I will come back to you. Don't worry. All right, Mulham, welcome back.
Hello again, Amy.
Nice to see you back here again. What's your initial impression about today's class topic, Mulham?
The previous one or this one?
This one.
Oh,
So,
this one.
the internet and privacy. Do you think about it often or ever?
Yeah, of course. I am pretty interested in those stuff. I used to all my like in the Facebook in my Facebook page, all my shares are usually for friends only. I try to limit all my shared information on Facebook only to friends.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I try to use VPN, or there's an extension that I try to use sites that has an HTTPS domain. That it's safer that way. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you do.
I know a lot about this topic
Excellent. Well, it's
actually.
going to be a pleasure having you in class today. You can share your information with us.
It's always a pleasure with you.
Thank you. Same to you, Mulham. All right, welcome back. Okay, what am I doing? I've lost the order. So we're going to go back and now we're going to say hello to Claudio. Hello.
Hi teacher, how are you?
I'm well, thank you, Claudio. I believe it's been a long time since I've seen you. Is that correct, or have we not met before?
Oh, maybe you read met before, but it has a long time, as I said.
All right, that's what I thought. So how are you doing? How is everything?
Today is doing great. However, it's too hot here in Rio de Janeiro, so I'm not enjoy a lot this hot day.
The weather is a bit much for you.
Yes. We have an 50 degrees feelings today.
Well, yes, you're in summer just like me. I'm in New Zealand, but actually the weather has been stunning, so I've got nothing to complain about. And it's beautiful at the moment, so I'm very lucky. But I hope it gets a bit cooler for you so that you can enjoy. Have you got another few days of holiday left before work?
Oh yes, holiday is always good, and here in Brazil we will join the day. So just on Monday I'm gonna work
Mhm.
again,
Mhm.
and it's a good moment to stay with the family. That's it. I went to the beach as well to fresh a little bit the body, to fresh the
Yes,
body.
to freshen the body. I love it. All right, Claudio. Well, enjoy your holiday despite the hot weather. And it's nice to have you in class today. All right, so who else do we have here? Jose. Hello, Jose.
Hello, teacher. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Jose, could you remind me which country you're in? And also, have we met before? Because I don't recognize your picture.
I'm from Spain. I live in Valencia.
Ah, we have met before, haven't we?
Okay.
We have or we haven't? I remember, maybe I'm making it up. Well, anyway, how was your New Year's, Jose? Did you eat 12 grapes last night?
Yes.
So that
Yes.
means you're... Mhm.
Sorry. I don't hear very
You
well.
can't hear me very well. I'm just teasing you because I know that in Spain at New Year's you are supposed to eat 12 grapes, right?
Yes.
Did you eat 12 grapes?
12 grades? Yes.
So you're going to have a good year.
Yes. I have
All
a
right,
good year.
Jose. Excellent. Great to have you. Welcome.
Okay.
Omnia, welcome back.
Hi,
Nice to see you again.
nice to see you too.
Omnia, what's your reaction to today's class topic? What do you think about the internet and privacy?
Actually, I'm interested in this topic because it's part of my job.
It's part
So
of your job. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm software engineer, web software engineer actually. So
All right.
as part of my job is be sure that the data, the client data is in privacy state and give them some good. There's concept is about I just hard to explain it. It's a technical concept about the privacy. Its name is
Okay.
open
Interesting.
open internet, and it's made by Mozilla, and they believe in Google and Facebook and other social media, and companies take our data to track us and buy this data for CIA and some others government, and they just buy us. It's
Mm-hmm.
like this.
So, does it worry you at all, Omnia?
Yes.
Oh, no. Okay, I know it's a bit of a confusing topic because the problem is that whether or not it worries you, there isn't a lot that we can do about it. There are some things that we can do, like what Mulhan was saying, but I think the extent to which our privacy is, I don't know, taken away from us is a little bit scary. But then again, the other option is, I guess, not using the internet, which is impossible for me and probably nearly impossible for most of you. So thank you, Omnia, for that. We're going to talk about it in depth as we get on with the class.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to say hello to, oh my goodness, how do I say this? Old
Ahmed, yeah.
Could you type your name for me, please, in the chat box because I can't really see it properly on your picture.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you. Okay, so what should I call you? Ould Ahmed or Ould?
Old only.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Ould. So, where are you from?
I'm originally from Mauritania. I'm live in Qatar.
Wow, I always see Qatar on the news because they're always advertising their airline. What sort of a place is it to live in?
I live in the capital, Doha, which mainly the city in this country as a small country, no more populations. Yeah.
And do you like living there?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, wonderful.
Yeah. I think it is a good place to work and a very attractive and a very safe place to live.
Well, that is always a positive thing, absolutely. Well, that's nice to hear someone from Qatar. I think you must be my first student, Old, so thanks. All right, so Old, do you use the internet a lot? Not much? Every day? Every minute?
Not every minute, but every day I don't know. I go with it many time in the days, and my work I can't do it without internet. I think nobody today make a good job without internet. I think that.
Good point. It's definitely maybe you'd have to say it's one of the biggest influences in our lives. I don't know whether you guys would agree with that, but I certainly think so. All right, well, lovely to meet you. Welcome to the class, and we're going to talk more about this in a moment. I'm just going to say hello to Raphael.
Hello, Amy.
Hello, welcome back. What do you think about this issue, Raphael?
About privacy in the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Simple and straightforward. There's no privacy in the internet. They can see everything. They can see everything about your life, about your everything. Your bank account, your private documents, private files. They might be searching your computer right now. Maybe you have hackers watching this class and preparing some attack. There's no privacy in the internet.
All right. So thank you, Raphael. I must admit, I am a little bit swayed towards that opinion. But what do you think? Is that a problem? Is that a bad thing, or do you think the internet's worth it?
Depends on the context. I think most people are not even worried about. I think people have lost the sense of feel offended by having their lives being invaded by. I remember I've heard some research about this some months ago in the United States when there's some people they were interviewed, and at least half of people they weren't worried about their lives being searched in the internet about their private lives. So, I don't know, since you don't have an opinion, since you don't have anything to hide, any information who might cause harm to you, towards your family, and you have no secrets you must keep closed. I don't think there is no problem for that. And I think there's some people who might think in this way.
Yeah, I have to agree there. Because I think, yes, if you don't care, if you have nothing to hide, then it's not really a problem. But maybe some people could argue it's just the principle of the matter that's a problem. I don't know. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. But we are going to start reading a bit. So if you would like to load up the article, the link there is in the chat box. And then we'll just do a screen share so that we can read along together. Okay. So we've got a little bit of a question to get us going. And I'm just going to say a quick hi to Dimitri. Are you there, Dimitri?
Hi, Amy. Could you hear me?
Wonderful. Yes, we can. So how lovely to have you in the class. And I wasn't sure whether you were still struggling away with your microphone.
Yeah, yes, it was a little bit.
It was
problem.
playing up. You have to tell it off. It's the first day of the year. You don't want to get off to a bad start, Dimitri.
Okay, now I have to read article.
I would love you to read, yes, please. The first little bit at the top.
Okay. Is it possible to have a shred of privacy and still be connected on the internet, own a smartphone, use modern technology, or do you have to go off the grid?
Okay, thank you. Now, before we start reading, we're just going to take a bit of a class poll, okay? So, I'm just going to ask you guys if you can tell me, firstly, just a few details about how much we use the internet and what we use it for. So, if you could just type into the chat box now what you consider to be the primary use of the internet for you. What do you mostly use it for if you had to choose one thing? So could you type that into the chat box, please, guys? It might be work, it might be Facebook, it might be email, it might be gaming. What is it that you use the internet for most? Thank you, Claudio. Into the Verbling chat, please, guys, so that we can all see on the same chat box. All right, so thank you, guys. I'll let the rest of you type, and I'm just going to read these out. So what we've got is studying and working activities, which are obviously sort of central aspects of your life. We've got work. We've got keeping in touch with people. We've got learning and having fun. We've got live workshopping and everything. Dimitri says it's the most important part of his life. Raphael uses it for study and work. Omnia says searching, GPS, Facebook. And James, who is joining us via the chat, says English classes. So out of all of these, what do you think is the biggest issue with privacy? What is the particular topic that you guys feel is the worst that you don't have privacy with? Would it be keeping in touch with friends? Everybody knows who your friends are and what you say to them. Perhaps it would be work. Everybody knows what you do, how you work. What do you think is the greatest issue for you? I'm going to ask Dimitri.
Well, I think the greatest issues with privacy, it is people worry too much about privacy in the internet.
All right, Dimitri. Why do you think that? Do you not care about it much?
Well, it's pretty simple. Governments always control their people. It's many years. When you was born, when you living, and now when the internet was created, people started worried about it because too many information. So it's a pretty simple point. Just do not worry too much. You already living in your government from born to death, and your government know about you everything. So don't worry, guys.
All right, thank you, Dimitri. We're going to carry on reading. So I'm going to ask Adela. Adela, could you read just the first couple of paragraphs, please? I'll let you know when to stop.
Okay. The world knows your every move. Most of us use features on our phone that require GPS or geolocation. This means that our phones collect, store, and transmit data about our present, past, and depending on Facebook, possible future location. We delete everything.
Keep going.
Okay. This is convenient for me when I want to find my way around traffic or navigate to a new place. Is great when I want to check in somewhere with a friend.
Thank you, Adela. Beautiful reading. Questions from anybody about vocab?
No, thank you.
Okay, no questions from anybody. We're going to just carry on reading. So, Claudio, could you continue, please, from "It might not be great"?
Okay. It might not be great if you're up to something or if you just want a little privacy. And going to rob a bank, geolocation will find you. Going to a little Christmas, birthday, or Valentine's Day shopping for that special person, geolocation knows. Crimes have been so used in these futures, cheating spoils have been caught, and lies unfolded, and house of vacationing people have been robbed.
Thank you, Claudio. We're just going to read short parts at a time just to check everybody's following. So thank you for that reading. Lovely. Any questions about those two parts, guys?
Maybe to rob.
Okay, sorry. Could you repeat that? I didn't hear that well.
Going to rob a bank.
Okay. What is to rob a bank, everybody? Anybody want to explain it?
Yeah, it's to steal. To steal it.
Yep. To steal, not the actual bank,
Got it.
to steal the money. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so to rob a bank means to steal the money from a bank, right? You go in there with guns and you make them give you the money.
Yeah. Okay. But what about the geolocation?
Okay, good question. This is important. What does geolocation mean?
It's a place in the earth. Geo,
To
latitude and I don't know exactly. Or you need UTM is a location place for coordinates. I don't know exactly in English the word. Sorry.
Okay, thank you, Adela. That's a good start. Would anyone like to add anything to that explanation?
Can be to find yourselves on a map by the GPS or using a satellite and GPS together.
All right, very clear. Actually, this is an interesting question. Although I know what the meaning is in a general sense, I've just looked it up while you guys were explaining on Wikipedia, because I think this is quite an important one. So I'm just going to read that to you. It says geolocation is the identification of the real-world geographic location of an object, such as a radar source, mobile phone, or internet-connected computer terminal. Geolocation may refer to the practice of assessing the location or to the actual assessed location itself. Geolocation is closely related to the use of positioning systems, but may be distinguished from it by a greater emphasis on determining a meaningful location. For example, a street address rather than just a set of geographic coordinates. So, whereby the global positioning systems GPS is sort of focused on the scientific location. Maybe geolocation is more meaningful to us. So that was an interesting definition. Thanks for that great question. All right, we're just going to read a little bit more. So it is Dimitri's turn to read a little bit more. And could you go from what, please?
What you say? I'm honest. So am I. So for me, the convenience of having all things Google, geolocation notwithstanding, outweighs the risk of privacy. I'm very public and out there. You can read my thoughts or just ping me and ask. I'll tell you, and I don't get out much these days. Google doesn't have that much to track. And
Keep
next?
going. Yep.
Yes. Or does it? Is there
Sorry, had to do that. Keep going.
Okay. Or does it? Is there too much information out there? Even for the honest person? You decide.
Oh, right. I made you read that part, Dimitri, because of your initial response. So I'm guessing that you kind of agree with this guy. You think, well, I don't really care because I'm honest, so there's nothing particularly that I want to hide, right? Is that true, would you say?
Could you repeat your question, please?
Really, what I'm asking you is, are you an internet hacker? No, I'm joking. So this guy is really saying, it doesn't really matter if someone knows all about me because I've got nothing to hide anyway, right? So you were saying that the government already knows everything, so it doesn't really matter if you have no internet privacy. Is that true? So you kind of agree with the author in this sense?
It really depends. It really depends on because the internet privacy is for simple people who usually live a simple life and works in popular jobs. It's maybe internet privacy, but for I don't know, for some types of jobs. It's no internet privacy. It's only way to make a great deal and feel yourself safely, like a just private conversation, no phone, no email. It's true.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to focus. No,
Teacher,
it's very interesting, Dimitri. Don't
teacher,
worry about it.
I have two vocabulary questions.
Yes.
About notwithstanding.
Okay. Good question, actually. Who would like to explain this word? Does anyone know, or can you guess what it means with the context?
No.
Notwithstanding is like this, but is like exactly like this bite off.
Yes. So, what it really means is that you're not being, that you're accepting the thing that we've just talked about. So if you look at the sentence, what you say, I'm honest. So am I. So for me, the convenience of having all things Google, geolocation notwithstanding, outweighs the risk of privacy. So it's not being, yeah, it's sort of like despite in this sense. That's probably a good way of putting it.
Yeah, usually it comes after the object. Like it's when we use despite of, it's like the sentence would be the convenience of having all things Google despite of geolocation outweighs the risk of privacy. But here we use notwithstanding after the object, which is geolocation. Yeah, I've just read it once before. I'm not sure.
All right, thank you. Excellent. All right, so we're going to carry on with another vocab question I think you have.
Okay, thank you, Milan, and thank you, teacher, again. And my other question is about outweighs, because I lost the meaning of the end of this phrase. Geolocation, notwithstanding, outweighs the risk of privacy. Privacy. It means that geolocation, however, can grow up the risk of privacy. That's it, teacher.
Okay, it's a little bit confusing. I can understand why you're not quite understanding this. So, let me just change it around a little bit. Basically, we've got two things. We've got the convenience outweighing the risk of privacy, right? So what it's saying is that the fact that all of these things that we use are so convenient that the risk of not having any privacy is less important because the convenience is so good. And despite the idea of geolocation, right, following us around wherever we are, kind of thing. So really, the point is that the convenience of the internet is more valuable than the loss of privacy is a problem.
Okay, so outweighs is a verb.
Yes, outweighs is a verb.
Always.
Correct. It means to weigh more, or have more weight in a sort of metaphor. Yeah. And is what? Sorry, bad?
Well, outweighs means that something is better.
Better? It's not necessarily better.
Can bring more positive things like that.
Yes, in this sense, yes. So yeah, bears more weight is more important than, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, great questions there. Okay, any more questions before we move on? No? All right, so I'm just going to go to this. He says, oh, this part here, Google doesn't have that much to track, or does it? Is there too much information out there, even for the honest person? You decide. Would anyone like to make a comment on this before we move on? What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this? Do you think there is too much information out there, or don't you care?
I think that Google, the meaning is that Google doesn't have a lot of to catch about the author.
Sorry, Claudio, I didn't actually catch that. Could you repeat that, please?
I thought that Google, the meaning of the phrase is that Google doesn't have a lot to catch or to figure out about the author. And he suggested at the end that maybe the Google can track a lot.
Yes, exactly right. I think Omnia was about to respond to that too. What do you think, Omnia?
I think Google take a lot of, too much information about us, and decided about what he show to me. It's like from some days, Google tell me where my car. I parking my car. Why? How you know where my car?
Yeah, so it's a little, it freaks you out a little bit occasionally.
And he marked the parking place and told me when I when finish work or something, and the mobile told me the car in this place.
Yes, I must admit, occasionally it does cross my mind, this problem, but most of the time I ignore it, yeah?
But the problem, I think that Google's, especially Google Plus, which now we work with it, not fully respect privacy when allows himself to upload our photos or any kind of our email or our it took it and published it. Why? Because because he don't respect the privacy of the person.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the icon there, this icon, which her name is setting. This setting you can Google make correct for upload to publish anything. But if you not this upload working, he doesn't have opportunity to reach our file.
All right, so you do have options, is what you're saying, or that you need to turn the options on or off, and you need to know about them before you can do anything. Okay, interesting point. Yeah. So I think we're actually about to read about this in a certain way. So thank you for introducing that. Jose, could you read for us, please?
Yes. Turning off your phone's geolocation. Perhaps you don't want the world beating a path to your door. Here's how to turn off the geolocator service on your Android or iOS devices. Keep in mind, however, that every time you click yes to an app that needs it or check in somewhere, you have created a trail.
Thank you, Jose. Does anyone have any questions about this section? No, everyone following. Okay, great. This is an interesting point. I think this happens to me just as a really clear example. If I download an app onto my phone, it pretty much always asks me, do I want to allow it to access the GPS or the geolocation feature? Do you guys, what's your default answer for this? Do you automatically just say yes, or do you actually think about it for a moment? I'm going to ask Raphael.
I normally choose no, but yes, I normally choose no.
Okay, so what do you mean by no exactly? That you don't think about it, or that you don't accept it?
I don't accept it.
Okay.
I'd rather choose not. But I'm really skeptical about this. I'm not really sure if you choose no, the reaction is no. We're not sure if they are tracking you just by you are following your instinct and choosing no. We don't know. perhaps they might be tracking you, even if you choose no. So
Yeah, so it's not clear whether it's actually letting you decide or not.
yeah.
Adela, you make a good point there. Could you explain that to us quickly?
Yes, sometimes you need to accept because in the app, if you don't put the this accept to control the location, etc., the contacts, a lot of things. You don't can have the application. You can don't install in your smartphone. If you need this app, is necessary. You can say no, but you don't have the app.
Right, so you have to choose between either accepting the permission or giving permissions or not having the app.
Yes.
Good
You choose.
point, Adela. All right. Sorry, I thought someone else was going to make a point just then. Let's go down to the next one. And Mulham, could you read a couple of paragraphs of this, please?
Sure thing, Amy. CIA's Facebook program dramatically cut agencies' costs. In this ONN special report, The Onion uncovers the CIA Facebook project, in which it reveals Mark Zuckerberg is really a loaded agent of the CIA. We were astounded that people would so willingly publish their religion, their political beliefs, and their location. The Onion reports that the CIA's invention of Facebook has saved the government millions of dollars in surveillance costs, as suspects willingly post status reports as to their doings and location. Note, The Onion is satire, but this very funny 3 minutes video gives us all something to consider on the issue of privacy.
All right. Thank you very much.
I have this website, by the way, The Onion. Just
Okay, so
comment.
yes, could you? We just got a little note here saying the Onion is satire. Could you just quickly explain, Mulham, what is the Onion?
The Onion is a website that's provide satire contents. They present a political issue in a sarcastic way, so they laugh about it, or they just make fun of everything. And sometimes it's just too cheap for me, at least.
Yep. I think I've read a couple of very entertaining Onion articles. But this one's particularly, I suppose, satirical and quite entertaining. Who am I going to ask? Who hasn't spoken for a while? Maybe Dimitri. Dimitri, what do you think about this Onion report? Especially this paragraph.
One moment. Yes, I guess I totally agree. Because it's all social network is just for government is very convenient for watching as a people.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's always making fun of the fact that people tell everybody what they're doing and where they're going and who they are and what they think and what their religion is. And in a way, you know, these are the kinds of things that the CIA is trying to find out about people, and we're just freely telling them. But I don't know if everybody's freely telling them, because not everybody is on Facebook. Yes, I know it's hard to believe. Okay. Let's talk about Google Glass for a moment. I'm going to ask Old, could you read, please, this one?
People aren't seeing the legal problems ahead with Google Glass. Google Glass has the potential to record everything without the knowledge of the person being recorded. Although for that reason Google has not enabled facial recognition. It's an easy workaround for hackers. Perhaps you say you live uh, an honest life. You aren't not lying, cheating, and stealing. You have nothing to hide. This is still a Pandora's box of legal issues as we shift our new responsible expectation of privacy definition and break new ground into what we can expect to keep to ourselves legally.
Okay, thank you, Old. This word here is reasonable.
Reasonable, yeah.
Yeah, not responsible. I think that was just a
Yeah.
you didn't really notice. That's okay. Okay, Raphael. Can you give us your sort of, I don't know, your personal opinion about this idea of Google Glass recording things as people wear those glasses?
Well, I'll give my opinion. If there's nothing to hide, there's no problem with that. But of course, sometimes it can be, I don't know, annoying when you have someone with a camera following your steps 24/7. At least when you are on the street or everything else. So it can be annoying for some people. At least for me, I consider it annoying. So, but I think it's depending on the use. It depends on who are using this artifact and who are using this device and which purpose it's been used. So it depends on people because despite all of these things, they are just tools. They're just tools you can use with a good purpose. Unfortunately, people who are used with a bad purpose. So it depends on people. If you are using with a good purpose, with a good result, there's no problem for me.
Okay. Interesting. I would like to ask someone else to respond to this because I think the implications of this are quite far-reaching. Let me ask Jose. What do you think, Jose?
I think that Google Glass record all the steps that you do every time or every moment.
Yep, that's exactly right. And how do you feel about it?
I think I think that is a way to record all the steps that you do. I think that I am disagree with this product.
Why do you disagree with it, Jose?
Because I don't have privacy.
Absolutely. I think yeah, for me this is different to I suppose if you compare it to now, right? Because I teach on Verbling and my classes are recorded and anybody in the world can go and watch me teaching a class. But I know exactly what I'm putting up there because I'm here and I'm saying it and I know that when I switch off the camera, it's not there anymore, right? But with Google Glass, you have no idea who is recording you and what they're recording you doing. And it's not as if I'm a dishonest person, but the thought of being recorded at every moment or at any moment is a bit unnerving for me. I don't know about the rest of you. Jose doesn't like it. Let's see what Claudio thinks.
Oh, okay, teacher. I think that is really scary to be hacked by hackers, but I think that it can be happen nowadays as well. Some hackers can easily hack our laptop cams and start to see to what we have done when we are thinking that our cams are turned off.
Yep.
The best way to go against that is to put something in front of your cam
Yep.
and to protect your cam. And about Google Glass, I think that we can't be scared about the new technology. We have to learn how to deal with this new technology because the technology already exists. And there is a new technology already. So we can't avoid the new technology to become reality because it is a reality and it will be used by someone, and so the best is to launch this technology for everyone, and we have to learn how to deal with this future. Uh, that's that's my opinion. I don't know if I can share it so clear, but
Yeah, absolutely. No, that was beautifully explained, Claudia, and I'm appreciative for that opinion because I think that's makes a lot of sense. Let's ask Omnia. What do you think about Google Glass?
In the technical side, I love this technical, but I have a problem. What if they redesign the glasses and make the camera unnoted? I can't see the camera. The current design, the camera, anyone can see it. But what if they redesign it and you can't see this, and someone have these glasses and come to private party or something? You will record everything.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's kind of strange, Omnia. I think, you know, we've had hidden cameras before, but they've only been used by certain organizations and, you know, but if everybody or anybody could get one of these, well, do you think they would? Is there any actual incentive for going around recording people's lives? It's just kind of weird to me. Let's see what Adela says.
Maybe the camera have the same image your brain. I don't know if the process maybe is different to the camera. You can process your each brain is different. Have a process. This technology is not. I hope is not. Possible to have your things, your thinking, no, your knowledge. I think the human brain, have process more specific for people. But I don't know the technology. What is the next step?
Agreed, Adela. All right, I'm just going to get you to read a tiny bit more, just because I think this last little bit is very interesting. And I'm going to ask Raphael just to read the first, this part here, please, Raphael, the first paragraph.
Peering into the future, Google Glass and the law Turns out, George Eastman of Eastman Kodak faced a similar uproar over the release of the original Kodak cameras because they could take pictures. This seems silly, but at the time, it caused a shift on the reasonable expectation of privacy because any citizen could snap a picture.
Thank you, Raphael. And just as Adela and Claudio have said, it's not really about the technology, is it? It's more about what we've got here as the reasonable expectation of privacy. So just for the last tiny little bit, we've got a couple of minutes left. Would anyone like to comment on this idea of the reasonable expectation of privacy? What is your reasonable expectation of privacy?
Oh, just my house.
I expect at least. Yeah. Okay. Go on, Claudia. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I did tell just my house that I really have some privacy, and when I am at the street, I know that anyone can be hearing me or can take some pictures by me and my family, and or a lot of cameras sprayed around the city, and governmental cameras and cameras from the street business as well. And I know that I can be filmed and recorded every day, and don't worry about that. As the article said before, I don't have things that I have conscience to write to the government, and I think that it has happened with anyone. So.
All right, thank you, Claudia. So just your house. Nice point. Okay, Mulham, what would you wanted to say? Last point, I think.
Just wanted to illustrate that it's not just with the technology, with anything new. Always humans do that. Like they just need some time to be accustomed to any new idea. So it's not about the glasses. It's not about the privacy. It's about it's just a new technology that they haven't got used to it yet. So it's not a privacy issue because later on we can like use devices that will forbid other people that walk around us from taking pictures. There will be such devices, I think, in the future. If the glasses were a problem, such a device will be available. I'm sure of it. Yeah.
Nice point, Mulham. I love it. That's a really great way to end the class. Yeah. So we'll soon have devices that we can wear that, you know, will stun people with a taser if they try to take a photo of us, perhaps. All right. Thank you all for sharing your ideas. A very interesting class. We had a range of opinions, and I think, you know, it's interesting talking about these kind of things that affect all of us in different ways, but very, very interesting opinions from all of you. So thank you. I may see some of you later on. I've got a writing class that we're going to be writing about the best and worst thing of 2014, which is now behind us. But if I don't see you then, I hope to see you again very soon. Have a great day or evening. Take care, and see you later.
Okay.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, hello everybody. Happy New Year to all of you. Welcome to this Verbling class. We're going to be discussing an interesting topic about the internet today, using an article. And basically the topic is it possible to actually still have a private life and yet also be connected to the internet? We all use the internet for so many different things these days. Is it still possible to have privacy, or is it necessary? And what is privacy exactly? Do you belong to social media networks? Do you just use the internet for Google searches? But And do you mind that Google keeps your information and cookies track who you are and show you ads that are relevant to you and try to get you to buy things? It's an interesting topic. I think it really does affect everybody at the moment, and we're going to be discussing that today. So do come along in and join us. Let me just go through a little bit of administration. For those of you who haven't been to Verbling before, or perhaps just haven't checked these pages out before, I'm just going to put 2 pages onto the chat box that you can access in your free time to keep in touch.
No healthy problems, no family problems, same for the next year, for this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any big, exciting plans for this year, Adela? 2015. What does it hold for you?
No, it's to live without problems. I think it's good for me. No exactly any big plan.
Okay, all right. To live without problems sounds great. Welcome.
Yes.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Who else do we have here? Dimitri, hello. Have I said your name wrong, maybe? No? Maybe. Hello, are you there, Dimitri? Oop, I can't hear you. Okay, have a try seeing if you can get your connection to work or your microphone, and I will come back to you. Don't worry. All right, Mulham, welcome back.
Hello again, Amy.
Nice to see you back here again. What's your initial impression about today's class topic, Mulham?
The previous one or this one?
This one.
Oh,
So
this
internet, the internet and privacy. Do you think about it often or ever?
Yeah, of course. I am pretty interested in those stuff. I used to all my like in the Facebook in my Facebook page, all my shares are usually for friends only. I try to limit all my shared information on Facebook only to friends.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I try to use VPN, or there's an extension that I try to use sites that has an HTTPS domain. That it's safer that way. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you do.
I know a lot about this topic.
Excellent. Well, it's
Actually.
going to be a pleasure having you in class today. You can with the teachers and students at Verbling, and to stay on track with your English learning for 2015. So there's my Facebook page, and the teachers have both pages that I've posted here. So you're welcome to look at mine and other teachers. You can like me on Facebook and receive just my updates about English teaching and Verbling. And if you want some more information, then you can go ahead to my Verbling teacher page, where you'll find info about my schedule, including classes and private tutoring sessions. Classes is what we're doing right now, and private tutoring sessions is when you'd like to have a one-on-one session with a teacher. You can also write to us if you have any questions about anything. Then get in touch with one of the teachers. And what's the other thing that I'm supposed to be saying? Oh, if you'd like to find out more about one of the teachers, so who we are and where we're from and what languages we speak and our experience and all that kind of thing, then the teacher pages will also tell you. There is the opportunity to watch some of our videos on there too. So if you're wondering what a teacher's like, it's quite cool to watch a video, and it gives you an idea of what kind of things they do in their classes and who they are. So if you do have a spare moment, go and check those pages out. But for now, we're going to be saying hello and finding out the students that are joining us today for this discussion on the internet. So I'm going to say firstly hello to Adela. Hello, Adela.
Hello, Amy.
How are you?
Fine, thanks. And
Happy
you?
New Year.
Yes, same for you.
All right.
Yes, I hope
You
to.
hope.
Yes, was will be same was the 2014, 2014.
2014 is
Oh,
correct.
2014. Yes,
Yeah.
2014. Yes.
You can also say 2014 if you prefer.
Yeah.
All right, so Adele, you hope it was like last year. Did you have a particularly good year last year?
No, exactly, but it was good, no problems, no